So let's talk about our dear friends at the CBC, Canada's state broadcaster. You know, the ones that take $1.2 billion a year from your pocket and mine and claim it's to be the gold standard of impartial journalism? This week, the government confirmed a foreign information operation. A coordinated CCP propaganda campaign ran on WeChat targeting Chinese Canadian voters. The content amplified Mark Carney, portraying him as a tough opponent to the US, a polished leader, a global economic mind. In other words, election propaganda, done through the digital backdoor, paid for through yuan, but packaged in pro-Carney wrapping paper. So what did the CBC do? How did Canada's flagship taxpayer-funded news outlet report the fact that a hostile foreign regime was actively boosting one of the two people who could become prime minister? They ran with this headline, and I'll quote, "Securities officials report a Beijing-linked online operation focused on Carney," end quote. Focused on Carney. Not for, not in support of, not benefiting, just focused. That's like saying the Titanic was focused by an iceberg. No context, no clarity, no honesty. This is not just misleading. It's deliberate narrative engineering, and it's happening from the very outlet being funded to protect democracy through journalism. Let's be crystal clear. Mark Carney was not targeted. Mark Carney was elevated. Joe Tate was targeted, and Canada was compromised. Joe Tate, a Canadian citizen, was hit with an HK $1 million bounty by Hong Kong authorities for being a pro-democracy voice and critic of Beijing. Paul Chiang, a sitting Liberal MP, then parroted that bounty on Canadian soil by saying anyone could take Tay to the Chinese consulate and collect the reward. Who was threatened? Joe Tay. Who was intimidated? Every single Chinese Canadian dissident who saw that and thought, I'm next. Who stayed silent? Mark Carney. And who twisted the narrative to make it seem like Carney was the victim? The CBC. Why? Because the Liberal Party is the golden calf. Because Carney is the heir to Trudeau's throne. And because foreign interference, when it benefits the right side, isn't a scandal, it's strategy. This is the core rot. The media class, the bureaucrats, and the political elite don't fear the CCP interference because they're no longer on the receiving end of it. They're riding it. And the CBC is the public relations wing, dutifully airbrushing every single scandal and laundering every single talking point. So let's stop pretending this is about journalism. This is about control. The narrative must be protected. The Liberals must be shielded. And Mark Carney, the candidate Beijing likes, must be portrayed not as a foreign beneficiary, but as a poor, innocent man just caught in the crossfire. No, he wasn't caught, he was carried. And the only people paying the price, Joe Tay, his community, and Canada's democracy. This election isn't a choice between red and blue. It's a choice between a country that stands tall and a country that kneels, between sovereignty and submission, between Canada and a liberal swamp. Let's not sugarcoat it. Voting Liberal in 2025 is a vote for decay. It's a vote to keep propping up media outlets that feed you and your grandparents' state-funded propaganda with your own tax dollars. It's a vote to keep $1.2 billion flowing to the CBC, not to tell the truth, but to bury it. It's a vote to defend $60 million QR code called ArriveCan. It's a vote for CCP police stations on Canadian soil threatening immigrants who fled communism. It's a vote for Sustainable Development Technologies Canada, a glorified slush fund to bankroll liberal cronies in the name of saving the planet so they can sell out our country. And yes, it's even a vote that empowers the Joe Bidens, the Hillary Clintons, and the globalist class that sees Canada as nothing more than America's polite satellite state. You want a sovereign Canada? Then vote like it. Because right now, the choice is globalism or country. The liberals want you complacent, taxed to the bone, locked down in red tape, and paying carbon taxes while they fly to Davos and shake hands with bureaucrats who couldn't find Alberta on a map. Vote blue. Vote to unlock Canada's energy. Vote to cut the shackles of regulation. Vote to build a military that can defend the Arctic. Vote to defend our industries, our families, and our borders, not Beijing's interest. Vote to bring it all home. Because if we don't fight now, we might not have a country left to fight for later. This time, we vote for like our future depends on it, because it does.